So, hello, this is Patrick,
And this is Bradley.
and
And
this
this is
is Black
Black
and
and White
White
Gaming.
Gaming. Okay, so today we're playing Borderlands 2, a game I enjoy.
And I hate.
Oh, hate. Uh, as you can see, we are still using our beautiful recorder, and it has sped up a lot of the footage. So, once again, if anyone has any suggestions for that, please let us know.
And also, once again, if we seem a little out of it, it is once again 2:30 in the morning when we're doing this.
Yep, oh, yeah, here's an example of the footage being a little bit sped up. But, oh god.
We tried to speed past the boring parts for you.
That wasn't actually us. But this game, one thing I really like about it is it's got this. Oh God, it's so fast. It's got this very.
That's what she said.
Thank you. It's got this very sarcastic sense of humor that I really enjoy.
I'm not a big fan of the Borderlands series. I guess you could call now that there are two games. I don't like the graphics, the comic style. The only game that I really like that in is the new Walking Dead game. Um, and there's just some, I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's just something about the game that just I don't like.
Yeah. But as you can see, just rushing through, there are a couple of bits of the games I'll want to point out for those of you who haven't played it. By the way, that thing we just passed in a rush was a fast travel station. Uh, Nothing too special about it, but it makes the game a lot easier, travel-wise, and less redundant. Obviously, the controls are like that of an average first-person shooter.
Well, depending on what you're playing with,
Well,
because you got to figure this is PC.
but it's also Xbox and PS3, so depending on what you're playing,
Yeah, it depends on what you're playing.
it's average for whatever console you're on. I'd assume.
Uh,
Uh, hmm?
I don't know. This isn't particularly one of my favorite games. This is more of a game that Patrick is a fan of. He's the one who did the gameplay since I did gameplay on the last video. But I played Borderlands 1. I haven't given the second one a try, but it just Borderlands 1 kind of did it in for me. It was a game I couldn't really get into it. I don't know if it was just the story or well, not really having a story or just the graphics and altogether it just kind of killed the whole series for me.
Hmm. As you can see, here I am fighting Knuckle Dragger. Obviously, this will go by very quickly. Um, it's kind of it's odd to me when some of the fighting systems on it, but I kind of like them. The way that, with depending on your character, your health may or may not regenerate, and the way the skill trees work, you can really get your character somewhat customized, but most characters are on equal playing field. And something that's I think is worth mentioning about the game is its multiplayer. At least with Steam, it's very easy to connect to other people, be it friends or just random people, and just hop into a game at any time, no matter where they are in the storyline or whatnot.
Yeah, shout out to Steam. We're both fans of Steam, as we both like to play Team Fortress 2 on Steam, which we also hope to maybe at one point make a video of us playing Team Fortress 2, if we can figure out how to do that, since it involves the multiplayer.
Um, it'll probably be sped up like this one,
Yeah.
but God, this is bad, but Uh, this game is it's a lot of looting. That is one thing that you either hate or love, is that you spend so much of your time just running around picking things up.
Which I don't like.
As you can see, I just got a shotgun. Should make fighting easier.
I'm not a big fan of the whole most of your game is spent looking around looting, because I would rather focus on the story and things like that than spending an hour checking all the boxes in one room.
Now, the menu I just pulled up shows a couple good points about the game that hopefully I'll pull up a menu later on, and I should be able to mention these points again. But, you've got your skill tree and you've got badass tokens. And basically badass tokens, as you complete achievements, they are they go between all your characters. These upgrades, like plus 0.5% health. But so my character automatically starts off with a bit of a benefit because my other character I played a lot. So I probably got a good plus 2% health or so, which isn't much really originally. But as you get more and more health, it does become a pretty big benefit.
I'm always a fan of the skill tree, even though I don't like Borderlands. I do like that it has a skill tree, and I'm a huge fan of skill trees in any type game because it gives you something to work for.
Yeah. And that's really it's a good RPG element that's come through a lot of different games, and it's actually, as you can see, Borderlands a good example of how it's even gone from being just RPGs and into shooters and things like this.
Yeah, I think nowadays too that RPGs are kind of the line's been blurred with a lot of games nowadays.
Which I think that's good.
Oh yeah, yeah, but also I like having the classic RPG
Yeah.
also.
Now, in a second, it'll switch to a boss fight, and I'll show you some of the mechanics here. Now, here we go. This is Boom Boom. I guess you could, I mean, you could say that Knuckle Dragger is a boss, but this is the first real boss. Obviously, it's going to be very fast. Here's me spending one of the badass ranks tokens, and basically, it assigns 5 random things up in there, stats, and you get to choose which of the 5 you want for to be spread between all your characters. Now,
I'm not really going to comment on the boss fight because while he was doing this, I was playing Black and White, which we kind of got our name from. Um, because since he was doing the gameplay, so he's going to really tell you more about the boss and fight mechanics
of
come along
course,
with it.
because of the speed, we're now halfway through the fight. Now, one thing I'd like to show that should come up right here, the way you actually, the fight system, and you just saw it there, when you lose all your health, you just get knocked down instead of actually dying, and if you can get a kill in, like, probably 5 seconds or so, then you stand right back up with third health or so, and you can keep going. So that makes single player actually doable, even though there is a nice multiplayer in the game, and it was a good touch instead of just giving you a lot more health. Now, as the boss fight kind of draws to a close, I think I'm about to hit level 5, and level 5 is when you get to put your first point into a skill tree. And for this class I chose as an assassin, which obviously, since I have no sniper rifle, I'm playing terribly. And see, here I am putting it in. You're forced to do the first one, but then you can pick and choose from there. That's all for tonight.
And good night from Black and White Gaming.
Thank you, and goodbye. Well, that's all for tonight.
Yeah, we don't have time.
The rest of that all I can